returned from the repair yard with a surprise that he hoped would cheer Theodore up. "Hi, Theodore," he called. "They checked me out and I'm fine. They ran out of the new red ropes we're testing, so I can only get you one of our old regular brown ones." "Well, I guess that's about all I deserve," said Theodore. "What?" said Hank. He didn't think that sounded like Theodore at all. "The dispatcher told me I have to stay at the dock." "What for?" wondered Hank. "I really don't know," said Theodore. "It must have been a mistake," said Hank. "The dispatcher? Make a mistake?" said Theodore. "The dispatcher doesn't make mistakes." Just then, Petra arrived, looking very worried. "George and Emily are having trouble with the container ship. I need the two of you to come with me and help." "Yes, ma'am," said Hank, who fired his engine. But Theodore did nothing. More than anything, he wanted to help his friends, but he knew he wasn't allowed to. "I'm sorry. I can't leave the dock," he said quietly. "The dispatcher said I had to stay here. I don't even know why." "Well, there must have been some mistake," said Petra. "I'll talk to the dispatcher." But then Petra saw the do not disturb sign the dispatcher hung up. Petra made up her mind then and there. "Theodore," she said, "I'm the pilot boat on this job, and I need you. I'm ordering you to leave the dock right now." Well, Theodore was needed. And after all, Petra had given an official pilot boat order. Off he went. Theodore and Hank followed Petra to where George and Emily were waiting. By now, George and Emily were really in a fix. "We were trying to bring in the container ship," said Emily, "when both of our new red ropes snapped." "We need someone else to button on and pull this ship," said George. "You better go ahead, Hank," said Theodore. "I shouldn't even be here." "I'll try," said Hank. He had never pulled a ship from up front before, but this was an emergency. Hank buttoned his new red rope onto the ship and slowly began to pull. All of a sudden, his new red rope snapped too. "Oh no," said Petra. "That's the fourth new rope this morning. They just don't work. How are we ever going to get this ship in?" Theodore was thinking. He looked around at the broken red ropes dangling from the other tugs. Suddenly, he had the answer. "I think the new red ropes are snapping because it's so cold." Theodore floated into the middle of the group. "I have one of my regular old tow ropes. Maybe the regular ropes won't snap." "Try it, Theodore," said Petra. "Yes, please try," agreed the container ship. "I must get into the dock." Theodore buttoned his regular old tow rope onto the container ship. Slowly, he began to pull. Soon he would be pulling the ship, but would the old tow rope work? The container ship started to move, just a little bit at first. All the others held their breath. Theodore's rope was stretched out all the way. Theodore made a determined face and gave the ship its mightiest pull. And the big container ship followed behind him. Theodore pulled the container ship into her dock, and all the tugs let out a great cheer. "Hooray for Theodore!" shouted Hank. "Good work!" added George. Theodore didn't look happy. In fact, he looked very worried. "What's the matter, Theodore?" asked Emily. "I was just thinking I'm going to get in more trouble. The dispatcher did say I had to stay in the dock." "Stay in your dock? Why?" asked George. "For no reason," said Hank, "that we can think of," he added quickly. "That's strange," said Emily. "How could he make a mistake like that?" "The dispatcher doesn't make mistakes," said Theodore. Just then, Petra hurried away. "Let's get back to the dock," said Hank. "I'm cold." Well, for the second time that day, Theodore found himself returning to the great ocean dock. Well, the closer he got to the dock, the more Theodore worried. The dispatcher had taken down his Do Not Disturb sign and was talking to Petra. Theodore slid quietly into his place at the dock. He hoped the dispatcher hadn't noticed he was gone.
"Ah, Theodore,"
said the dispatcher.
"you're here."
Yes, sir," said Theodore quietly.
Theodore,
He began.
I should not have told you to stay at the dock.
Theodore didn't say a word.
Petra has just explained everything that happened.
The dispatcher continued.
The problem was with the red ropes, not you. I didn't hear Petra very well. I made a terrible mistake, and I'm very sorry.
I didn't think you ever made mistakes, Theodore said.
Of course I do,
said the dispatcher with a smile in his voice.
It wasn't my first, and it won't be my last. And I'm sure I wouldn't have snapped at you if I hadn't had this terrible cold.
That's funny, laughed Hank. Our tow ropes wouldn't have snapped either if the weather had been so cold. Agreed Theodore.
It was a real cold snap.
And everyone, even the dispatcher, had a good laugh about that. Oh, yes. Everyone makes mistakes. Of course, as the harbor master, I don't usually make mistakes. Well, I have one last pair of winter boots to try on. They feel pretty good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, these are nice and comfy. These will be perfect for wearing in the cold weather around the harbor. Oh, yeah, that's great. Well, thanks for visiting us all in the big harbor. We'll see you all again next time. I think I made a mistake. Yep, I made a mistake. Well, we all make mistakes.
Theodore, he's a tugboat and a friendly tugboat too. A friendly tugboat too. Oh, Theodore likes to do the things that friendly tugboats do. Pushing and a pulling in the great big harbor in the great big world is so much fun. So many brand new things to discover. Waking with the sun, gotta get the job done. Oh, Theodore and Emily, Laura, Hank and George and the harbor master too.
Every day on Hugo.